Mm-mm. Nah, bro. Nah. Nope. Nah. Just what I seen was no. No, 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 no. Wait a minute. Hold
Ready to
on
see
a
more
minute.
from upcoming
Nah,
PlayStation 5
hold
exclusive
on. It's
action?
not about Celebrate. Stop. Wait a minute. Let me find this. No. What I've seen,
How is it going
what
on
I've
here
seen,
live?
bro. No.
I am so excited to be here. We have a very special
Before
look.
I start, I was watching this. It's a 25-minute long, like trailer thing, right? Like breakdown. I got 7 minutes into the trailer and I saw something and I was like, I have to make a video on this. I have to. Yes, I'm not fully clothed. Bro, I got up and I seen it and I was like, no. Watch this, bro. I'm gonna break down the combat of this game because it's actually what I'm seeing is like, where was this for all these generations? Like stuff that I haven't seen since PS2 era games. And it's like, bro, why every last game had to be like a Souls game? Again, not hating on it to stop my type of game, but man, where was this combat at? Please hit play. Watch this.
Look at Phantom Blade
Now
Zero.
I'm gonna fast forward a
which
little bit.
excited to be here. We have a very
actually, hold
special
on.
look
Let me
at
see
Phantom
if I
Blade
can
Zero, which
do
is
it
a brand new
better.
action RPG featuring a dark art style.
All right,
So yeah, we are diving.
let's go.
If we wanted to,
We'll start here.
there's not a whole lot of time
Let
for
him
players to
talk.
play, so we really want to focus on what everyone is
Genius,
most
bro.
interested in, which is the core combat, the core gameplay that people are going to be engaging with most of the time.
Yeah. So what were sort of your main expectations for players to get to experience this part of this demo?
So
Give
the
me
main
the demo.
expectation is that we really want to show off all facets of combat. So this demo is really put together to showcase a sequence of fights with various different types of enemies using various different types of weapons that are going to be present in the game. Because we feel that right now the thing on everyone's mind is what the combat is going to be like.
That's
That is
it.
what we want to show off
That's
the most.
it. That's all that
Now,
matters.
with
Combat.
previous trailers and sort of examples of the game,
It's not all that
there
matter,
were
but
a
that's
lot of
the most
Soulsborne
important thing.
Comparisons. Would you say that those are accurate?
Well, I wouldn't say that. Although our map is a multi-layer, multi-pass, Souls-like map, but actually we're combining the more old-fashioned, combo-driven, traditional action into a Souls map. So it's kind of a combination of these two archetypes. Yeah, so you'll see that. Yeah. Yeah. It's super fast-paced, so yeah, it's combo-driven, and you have very fancy combo, and you see it here.
Bro,
I think the Soulsborne comparisons, upon first glance, you might think it looks kind of like a Souls game, but really, as soon as you see the combat, it's quite different. It's a little bit more akin to the combo-style gameplay present in something like Devil May Cry, for example. Very fast-paced, hyper-aggressive, heavily inspired by like Chinese wuxia martial arts, and something that's very kind of present in that kind of style of fighting is this
very
like
basic
this.
attack first.
Yeah, it's like very acrobatic, a lot of showmanship in the fighting, and we really want to represent that.
I like that. I like
Amazing. We
that.
talked about, you just mentioned Devil May Cry.
that, like-
are there animation cancels
Can I pull it?
included as part of the combat?
Go back. real
Yes,
quick. Let me see if I
absolutely.
can- I don't know why it's not letting me like rewind like how it used to. I used to just press back and forward. I used to rewind.
Devil May Cry.
See,
are there
see, it doesn't
animation
let me do
cancels?
that.
And
But
something like Devil May Cry, for example.
This is a little
very
like foreign
fast-paced,
combo, right?
hyper-aggressive,
Foreign combo.
heavily inspired by like Chinese wuxia martial arts, and something that's very kind of present in that kind of style of fighting is this
very
like
basic
just
attack first.
yeah, it's like very acrobatic.
That right there, like that animation alone. There used to be a Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon game. A lot of people don't know that. It was on like the first Xbox, but they always had these like fluid animations for each weapon. That's what this game has.
A lot of showmanship in the fighting, and we really want to represent that in the game.
Amazing. We talked about, you just mentioned Devil May Cry. Are there animation cancels included as part of the combat?
Yes, absolutely. So there's a lot of animation cancels with both your primary weapons, and later you'll see in the
Thank
tutorial
you.
you'll showcase the phantom edges, which are kind of like these gadgets that you can use as well. There's various ways to string together combos from multiple weapons together, as well as like your ultimate and then your phantom edges to kind of create these awesome long combo strings.
Okay, hold on. I'm seeing something.
As
Wait a
well
minute.
as like your ultimate and then your phantom
So
together,
as he's attacking,
together, as well as like your ultimate
that
and then
meter,
your phantom
which I'm gonna
edges
get to in a
kind of create
second,
these awesome
he's using
long
it to
combo
like
strings.
cancel
Yeah, that's always something
into
that's
more
super,
strings of
you know,
moves.
top
So
of mind for me when looking at the gameplay.
It is a
looks
stamina
so
meter.
cinematic, so cool.
but
It
it's
seems like
not. It
everything
doesn't
sort of
work the
blends
same,
together very
and you're
well.
gonna see why.
You talked about weapons. You can kind of see one of the weapons right here. Which weapon is this one?
So
Fix
this one
thing,
is the
man.
one-handed sword, and then you can see on the other slot you have the dual blades.
Yeah, now let's shift to dual blades. Yeah. Yep.
So what?
Yeah.
What weapon?
I noticed
so cool. It
something
feels like
else.
everything sort of blends together.
When you
very
switch to
well.
the dual blades,
You talked about weapons. You can kind of see one of the weapons right
Yep.
here. Which weapon is this one?
So this one is the one-handed sword,
Right.
and then you can see on the other slot you have the dual blades.
Yeah, now let's shift to dual blades. Yeah. Yep.
there's a number underneath the weapon.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what
What
that
weapons
means.
do players have access to, and will there be more available in the full game?
So now
In the
this
full
this
game, there'll be
is
a
super
wide
interesting.
variety of
Watch
weapons.
this.
In the demo currently, I believe we show 4 different weapons. We show them across multiple archetypes. So here you see the dual blades and the one-handed sword. We also have like a long straight sword and then a great sword later in the game to kind of show off different types of weapons.
Actually, we have 30
The guy in the back, he heard great sword and he was like, yeah.
in total. 30
All
or
right,
more.
yeah.
Yeah, 30 or more.
30 plus weapons, bro.
And also we have this Phantom Edge, which is second.
But you know what though? I think he's counting weapons and the phantom edges, which you're gonna see right now.
weapon.
Yeah, talk to me about
Yeah.
Phantom Edges. What are
Yeah, it's something like this.
Bro. And that's the Bayonetta spin on it. I like that. Like you got a weapon that turns into another weapon from what it looked like. It like when he quit the dual swords, his phantom weapon was a cannon, and then the other sword, the phantom weapon is bow and arrow.
And you can also shift to another one. Here is a bow. Yeah.
nice?
Yeah. So
Or
there'll be a
maybe
wide variety of
that
edges
is
kinda
just a
covering
completely
bunch of
secondary
different
weapon. Maybe that
gimmicks
has
in
nothing to do
combat.
with
So
the
the bow
weapon.
might be used for example, sniping down longer range enemies. Maybe if you want to go for a bit of like a pre-planned approach where you see an archer in the distance, you might want to snipe them before engaging with the melee enemies. There with the Tiger hand cannon, very flashy. You can actually use that mid-combo if you animation cancel correctly to kind of blast enemies right in the face, or use it from a distance to kind of knock enemies to the ground.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
The parrying system, I think it's
Concentration.
a very unique system in our game.
That's the
Um,
defense system.
Let's show you the concentration mode, and you can
Watch
move
this.
while you are defending.
Show you why this is amazing,
And let's do this.
Yeah, so the
right?
defense in
just
this
It's like an auto block, right?
Yeah.
So there seems to be almost like a guard break mechanic. Can
Yeah.
you talk to me about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now
so
watch.
You can see in the bottom left-hand corner, like right below the health bar,
Excuse me.
there's your Shachi meter. It's kind of like a stamina meter. And pretty much as you're blocking using this kind of block stance, it'll drain your Shachi meter. And once it's drained, you'll kind of like be guard broken. So this defensive tool, it's easier for new players to use, but it does have it's on a limited resource, so you have to
Right.
be careful how long you use it for.
Now watch this. The enemy also has
the
it,
enemy can also block your.
and I lost my mind. I lost my
Oh, I
mind, bro.
see. Yeah, there's the bar right below their health bar as well. God, every time I see the combos, it's just, oh my god.
Demon stance blocking. If you don't know what that is, right? That's from a game called Mujingai that I was playing before on the stream. It's somewhere on my channel, right? Not too far back. But they have I've always asked for them to put this in another game, and they never have until now. That I can remember, right? Where when you block, they can block as much times as the animation permits them, equal to the meter that they have. But it makes the fights, the transitions, like the animation transitions in the fights, look so like movie quality. It's like, finally, like, where was this? 3 generations, bro. That's a PS2 game. We have PS5 now. Where is this? This should be like standard things. Not every game has to have it, obviously, but like, man, when you're making a game like this that's like focused on combat, please, God, you should have that. Even Souls games too. Like in Souls games, you're most likely like you're playing like a knight, like like a knight in the kingdom slaying dragons or something. But even when you're fighting like a knight against like another, the enemy is like an evil knight or something. Like it could at least have like the main stance holding that they do in the movies and stuff like that. The ching, 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 all that. If you did that as stance blocking in games, fire.
So exciting. Are there any sort of combos that you guys are most excited for people to find out in the game?
Oh, so many.
Oh boy!
So many.
Don't tell me.
We don't want to
You know I'm that guy.
We got a very quick look at some of them right
Yeah,
here.
you'll see in the real battle.
Yeah, this isn't even the start of the real battle. Huh?
This
This is tutorials.
this is the tutorial stage.
The tutorial. Yeah.
Amazing.
Perfect parry here.
Perfect parries. Okay, press the
So
button
there's a
before you
couple of
block.
defensive mechanics that I can explain.
Perfect berry and ghost step. I'm guessing that's perfect dodge. You could tap right before it lands and parry it automatically. Go into backstabbing position.
So first, I mean, we showed off the kind of block
That's
stance
pretty-
as like
that's
kind of the
pretty
most
crazy.
basic introductory level of defense. You also have a parry that you can use. You can parry regular attacks, or there is these blue attacks that come in where if you try to use the block stance on it, it'll drain a lot of your stamina, but you can parry it to get what we call is a ghost step.
Yeah, let's
I'm
see.
going to showcase it right here. So right here is a ghost step.
Right,
and
right.
what that is it's this kind of like special defensive tool where you kind of turn the enemy's
Red is
offense
unblockable.
into your offense and kind of take back the advantage and go on the attack.
Amazing.
You
Let's see what's
can't
doing.
parry the red. Yeah, you can't parry the red eye attack, but you can do.
I support that. However, please, 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 do not make it like what's that game called? Wolong, where it's so reliant on enemies doing unblockable attacks and undodgeable attacks that you force the player into a scenario where they just all they have to do is just learn the same pattern all fight, and it gets really boring and bland like that. Let the enemies do it randomly, like just attack, and then unblockable. It is it keeps you on your toes thinking. But don't have it where like unblockable. Oh, you block that, unblockable again, unblockable again, unblockable again. Don't do it like that. Please don't do it like that. Have it smooth transition. Just like Ninja Gaiden, the late ones that failed, right? Tried that and it killed what made Ninja Gaiden, where every enemy was doing these insta kill grabs all day. Like it was so unnecessary that the game forgot how to play itself. It was so bad. Please don't mess up like that. That's all I ask. So on the harder difficulties, make it hard, but like make it reasonable where the game is actually trying to beat you, but it also doesn't have to spam the same nonsense to beat you.
This.
Yeah, so for the red attacks, they're the other kind of like heavy attacks in the game the enemies will do, and essentially these red attacks cannot be blocked. It'll go
That's
through
the
your
perfect
block,
dodge,
but instead
right?
you can dodge it. So if you dodge it regularly, nothing will happen. But if you perfectly time a dodge and wait till the last moment to dodge, you'll also get a ghost step, allowing you to kind of get in more damage and weakening the enemy and opening up for combos as well.
I love it. It seems like there's so many opportunities to do combos.
And this is the.
Is that a charge move? You see now under his weapon there's a number there, right? That's what I was trying to figure out. What is that?
Yeah, so that was the ultimate ability in the game. So each weapon will kind of have like a different combination for its ultimate. And you can see in the bottom right-hand corner that purple flame under your weapon shows that you have an ultimate charge. Kind of just fighting enemies will recharge it, but if you land ghost steps, it'll recharge it faster.
Nice.
Amazing. There you go. There you go.
Finish of the tutorial.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go to a real battle.
Yeah, the real battle.
Yes. Show
I
me.
love it.
Show me
Okay,
your
so I
strength.
know we've had conversations in the past. You guys have talked about sort of recapturing the spirit of that sort of PS1, PS2 area, that creativity.
Yeah. Yes.
So I know this has been a huge focus for you. How do you feel this is reflected in Phantom Blade Zero?
You'll see. I think it's full of innovation.
Ew,
and
water
very
graphics look
unique
pretty
consideration about
nasty.
the game mechanics.
But then again, it's on the screen, so
And we do
maybe
a
we're not
really
seeing it, right?
Tough work. We wish S game can be in this studio with much resources.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can see here.
Yeah, let's keep
Yeah.
watching. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's not a Souls. It's not a typical Souls game.
It's not a Souls game, period.
Very different.
The lock on is kind of like it. I understand.
This demo obviously is sort of like a vertical slice of gameplay that focuses on combat, so it kind of like teleports you to different parts of the game.
You know what I don't see too much too? Where there's not a lot of games in today's like gaming that focuses on you fighting multiple enemies at the same time. A lot of games is like single target enemy games. Even Stellar Blade was like that. It's like it wants you to fight what you're targeting, but it doesn't want you to fight like there's an enemy here, there's an enemy here, there's an enemy behind you. It doesn't want you to fight all of that. Excuse me. There's been like a pullback on those kind of games. I don't know why that is. It's just odd to me. Like Spider-Man, for example, like, you know, it's made to fight like that many enemies around you. But I don't see that in hack and slash games no more. Like Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden always had the ability to do that. You didn't have to just target just the enemy that's in front of you. You could slash him, and then zoom to the enemy next to you and attack that guy so that he doesn't attack you from behind.
Game. In the full game, what can players do between encounters? Is there overworld discovery, like hidden items to find?
There are tons of explorations and hidden chests everywhere. And here you can see we can do
Stuff
this assassinations. Yeah, let's do it here. Yeah.
Very clean.
When you observe from here, you can see the maps are multi-layered, multi-path. It's a 3D map. Although in this demo, we only showcase a very small portion of this. And we can also shoot the other guy. Yeah.
Yeah, so here it kind of showcases a bit of like creative uses of the Phantom Edges. With the bow, you can kind of observe the environment, snipe down enemies that it might be harder to reach with melee combat.
Yeah. There are many hidden corners. There will be a chest over here in the real gameplay. But in the demo, we just take off all the objects.
All right, so make note, guys. There's gonna be a chest there.
Yeah. Right now, the guy's hidden in a corner. And also something like this.
Yeah, we also have like contextual movement in the environment like that. In fact, there will also be contextual movement during combat as well, which we'll showcase later in the demo. But you know, you'll be able to slide down walls, do wall runs across different areas, and you can actually cancel out these contextual movement options early to kind of find secret areas like this.
Yeah, this is a secret platform with a chest here.
Another note to keep track of, guys.
Yeah, you will know in the future there will be a lot of hidden objects hidden in these corners.
But are these hidden objects like, how can I say, are they collectibles or are they just like, oh, you get like a level 2 version of the same weapon? You know what I mean? It's just something that's gonna like give you a permanent health upgrade overall or something like that. Permanent. I'm sure you could raise that meter over there, but give you a permanent meter upgrade versus like just getting like an armor piece or something like that.
Another assassination.
From the sky.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to the better. So even the
That I didn't like.
basic and
Go back.
so even the
I didn't like that
very basic.
it could be just early stuff, but he was slashing and the enemy was attacking through it. Like he wasn't blocking. He did his focus block, and you can see it above himself, but he kept attacking through him slashing him.
Yeah.
Right here.
Okay, let's
Look,
get
okay,
to
block.
that.
You see he dodged it, he got hit, but he was still slashing. He was still
Very
trying to
basic
slash you.
enemy can do this acrobatic movements.
So the combat, essentially when both you and the enemy both still have your stamina meters, it'll be this back and forth of like high speed sword play, where the enemy will parry your attacks, you'll parry the enemy attacks, and then once you break the enemy's stamina and kind of break their
You can
stamina,
attack,
that opens it up
right,
to do a longer combo chain like that.
I get that,
Yeah, I
but
also like the spin attack that we saw just earlier is super reminiscent of like.
he didn't have to
You can
like.
really tell that there's a lot of those elements in the game.
How can I say like
Pretty
he
reminiscent.
didn't super armor the attack and just attack through it with another attack. It's more like he just took the hit and nothing happened. Like he didn't flinch. He didn't. He kind of did super armor it, but it wasn't an actual super armor. Like you could see that he took the hit and he just kept attacking. That I don't like. Like if you're gonna do that, like make it so that he's actually using the block thing and then like attacking you after it, rather than just I'm gonna get hit, but none of that matters. I'm gonna just keep doing the same thing I'm doing, and then it looks like they're just slashing each other's privilege. Is what we call it in Tekken. Just slashing each other's privilege, and you're not actually like hitting the enemy straightforward. You know what I mean? I don't like that.
Of the like old kung fu movies, if you've seen any of them.
Absolutely.
See, it looked cool right there when he did it.
So something you might know of the environment, something that we're going for is that it is very much like Chinese martial arts
I would've dodged
wuxia
that.
inspired, but it's also a
We
combination of
blocked
global
those.
aesthetics as well. S coined the term Kung Fu Punk to kind of signify this kind of aesthetics art style. It's a combination of both like Chinese iconography with like the wuxia martial arts
T-Hawk.
kind of visuals, as well as like steampunk and even some sci-fi elements, kind of like some global aesthetics being put into this as well. So it's really a combination of a lot of things.
Let's go to this boss.
So this is the first boss in the demo. You can see the attack patterns are a little bit more complicated.
So we're looking at this boss right here. How many bosses do people face in the demo?
There are 3 in total.
3 in total?
Why are you saying demo? Like we have it. What are you saying? Yo, stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me. You keep saying demo like I should be playing this right now. Like, dog, don't do that. Don't do that, bro. I will leave this stream right now. Stop playing. Phantom Blade 0. It's not even on there.
Would you say which one would you say is the toughest?
Oh, definitely the last one.
The last one is toughest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Very nice.
yeah. That's it.
And now we're moving on to the second level of the demo.
Yeah.
This will just be another boss fight. The first part of the demo was like a sequence of smaller enemies ending with a boss fight, and here we're just going to show off 2 more of our bosses.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. David, how about you're going to play this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
I would
yeah.
love to.
Now it's David on the sticks. Love it.
Yeah.
No pressure, no
the
pressure.
long sword. Yeah. Now you're
Yeah.
carrying a long sword.
So you can see that the
Oh,
weapons
they
switch
just
in this
saying
level.
demo
In the actual
because
game,
he's
you'll
gonna
be
be
able to
at
equip your
the,
weapons, but in the demo, we just want to switch
at
them
the,
for the player to kind of show
like the
how
game
different
shows and
weapon
stuff.
variations.
Do you guys have a particular weapon that's your favorite to use?
I love the dual blades, personally.
That's me right there.
I love the big blades.
Very opposite play styles here. Yeah.
Yeah.
He might get like a katana stance type of eye strike thing later on. I will tell you this though, the graphics are kind of like not poor. It's dialed back versus like what you would expect a PS5 game to
Talk
be,
to me about this boss. Who is this?
which is okay because this is an arcade type of.
Yeah, so for this boss, he
They-
features a couple of range attacks, but there's a small gimmick that I'll show you actually where he starts off with this range attack that you can just block at first, or you can parry to save your stamina, but if he does it again later, I'll show you can actually run in and parry it if you time it correctly.
Whoosh.
And here I switch weapons to kind of extend my combo. Oh, and I'm back on the defense.
I'm gonna block that.
And I can actually weave in my Phantom Edge right here to extend the combo. Yeah.
Oh, we knew that. We knew we was gonna cheese with that. We know. We know. Like, I knew that was coming.
Go back to
As soon as you showed me cancels, I knew it was coming. And then it builds it back up, and then you do it again. Stop it. That one's a flamethrower.
I didn't parry it.
He was trying to, that's all. Oh, that's a little broken. I get it, but that's a little broken. That's a little broken. Don't do that. The whole thing is iframe. If you caught that, the entirety of that move is an iframe. Nah, bro, that's a little cheese, man. You know we're gonna OD. It was gonna. I say it at the end. I'm gonna save it till the end, bro.
I didn't parry it.
Here it comes again.
Oh no! Yeah. This one's a lot
I think
tougher
I
than
got
the
what he was
previous
trying to do.
one.
He's trying to parry. It does like a double parry or something,
down
and
the
I guess you
difficulty for the demo,
get a
but
special
yeah, still pretty
animation to
tough.
get to him.
Yeah. So what is sort of the difficulty meter? Would you say between the demo and the full game?
Well, this demo represents
That's irrelevant.
in the full game if you fully cultivate the character. Yeah, so
Go back to the game.
it'll be tougher in the real game if you don't progress the character, but it'll be easier if you level up.
Did you see how much health that took? Took half his life.
In the real game if you
That's
don't
like-
progress the character, but it'll be easier if you level up it enough. So this is in the middle, yeah, somewhere.
Hey, listen about both the. Oh, what did he just do? Did he phantom step you? He's over there. You see him over there, right? The next thing, he's gonna be right next to the player. Watch. That was so crazy. It looked like he just flashed up to next to you. Like, let me do it in fast motion. I didn't mean to. I meant to pause, but look, watch. It's crazy.
Take potion.
So here I use my ultimate to cancel the boss's attack.
Yeah.
And extending my offense a little bit.
Block.
And here I kind of ran in and parried the range
Yeah,
attack.
nice.
There you go.
There we go. There we
Nice. Take him down. Yeah.
go. Do you want to take the floor?
Yeah, the last one.
This is the final
Yeah.
boss.
Yeah, this is final boss. I'll have one or two tries if I cannot pass.
Yeah, so we've seen a couple bosses so far. This one, we saw a glimpse of in one of the previous trailers.
Yeah. This one is in the previous trailer.
How do you feel now that people actually get to go hands-on against something that you teased so long ago? Like, is there like a little bit of more pride around moments like
Super
this?
excited,
Yeah.
and it's also very fun to see people being killed by the boss.
You a demon for
Yeah.
that.
And also, this boss has very brutal way to take
kill you?
your head off. Yeah, you can see that. This is the boss from the first trailer.
Not if they a zombie.
So in the original trailer, there was a lot of acrobatic elements during this fight, and we wanted to show off that a lot of that people thought was just cinematic is actually part of gameplay.
Yeah, I'll
Glad
show
they got,
you
like,
how
music
he
to
can
it.
kill me. Yeah, if I don't do anything. Whoa! So it's brutal.
That is
it's
so
brutal.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of insta kills, but as long as if it's like a true way, like it's as long as that to dodge it, it's fair. But like, chill.
All right, now for
That
real,
was
now for real.
crazy.
Now for
He's like, if I don't do nothing,
But we have multiple ways to get this. One of them is climb up the column.
oh,
Yeah.
you can use the environment to attack. I like that.
Yeah, so like column climbing mechanic there was showcased in our first trailer, and even though it looks kind of like just a cinematic in the first trailer, it is actually part of gameplay and a strategy you can use to defeat certain bosses.
Counter
like this.
those.
Is that
We
also
block
something you can
those.
use to extend your combos further?
Yeah.
Or is it mainly as a dodge mechanic?
Yeah, so it's open to kind of the
Bro, it's a whole
creativity. I
gun.
think we set up like certain parameters. to
Boom!
kind of,
And they don't block it. Hopefully in the harder
different
difficulties they'll
ways to
block
play
it.
with, and they're here to figure out like different ways to use it.
Very cool.
Yeah, weaving in some phantom edges again to extend some
yeah.
combos.
So I'll leave it to you. I'll die for this run, and you try it again.
Oh sure.
Right?
Yeah, that sounds
Because
good.
He said, I'm not gonna beat it. You gotta beat
can show
it.
different style to defeat this guy.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not so easy.
S is making it look easy. He probably played the game the most out of everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We saw the sort of like flail that he has
Yeah.
switch to almost like a shield with like
Yeah,
lights
yeah,
coming out of
yeah.
it.
Actually, this weapon is a fantasy weapon in Chinese wuxia culture. It's called the 血滴子 naming blood drop. Yeah, it's a very brutal weapon that can go to your head and take your head off.
Yeah.
And your head
Really?
is collected inside this thing.
Oh, that's cool. So you can kind of have it as a trophy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can have
That's
this one trophy.
Now, talk to me a little bit. I know we talked about the sort of style, the kung fu punk aesthetic. How do you go about designing, kind of key moments like this? Having this, I guess, sort of temple that you walk into and
Yeah.
and be waiting for
Yeah.
you. What's the thought process behind this? Sort of
Yeah, you
fire?
always see a combination of traditional things like this temple and everything, and you also see very creepy and
Yo, he did the whole block
steampunk
just like the
elements
Overlord in
the
Bujingai.
shield
Like, it's
and
on fire,
the
bro.
mechanic hands. So we
See,
always use a
let me
very
wait.
nice combination of different.
He just did something that I knew was
cultures
gonna
to make this
happen.
Kung Fu Punk.
Amazing.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah.
Guys, that was incredible. Guys, that's it. Soulframe David, thank you so much for joining me here and giving us this look at Phantom Blade Zero. Thank you
You
for
had to
having
read the
us.
card
Now,
to say
before we
that.
go, let's check out this brand new trailer.
Oh, there's another trailer right there. Okay. Yo, it's the same new trailer that we saw.
241.
Faceless is here!
Don't go up there.
Oh, we going up there.
Back. Before it's too late.
This look like it's gonna piss you off. There's 3 dudes jumping you. He didn't show that. Hold on. He attacked at the same time he did, and it like clashed. Right here. Oh, actually no. I see what happened. The boss's meter went to 0, but it looked like the main character got hit too, but it didn't. That looks sick. My dude got no legs. He just blades on his feet. Alright, so I love this game. I'm obviously getting this game day one. Okay. Only one gripe I had with this game, from what I've seen. It's the same thing that was in Neo. You can spam the phantom weapons to get you out of any situation. That I don't like. For example, he was fighting the boss just now, and he did he used his meter to cancel to do his combo, right? So he had no meter. So if the boss would have attacked him, he would have guard broken and got hit, right? Which he's supposed to be able to get hit. But he used the Phantom Weapon, and the Phantom Weapon, for some reason, y'all think this is okay. The entirety of the Phantom Weapon is an iframe. So you can't get hit while doing that. From at least the one that he showed, it was a flamethrower. You couldn't get hit while doing that. And not only did it hit the boss after that, it gave him his meter back. So it's like Stellar Blade kind of suffered from that too, where like every time you're about to get hit, you just overdrive, and then like it just cancels whatever the enemy did. And it didn't matter. Like it could be like a super attack, whatever. It wasn't gonna hit you because you have a move that gets you out of any situation. It's like having a level 3 in Street Fighter at all times. It's a little cheese. And like, yeah, I love action games to the moon to know that how to use that stuff and everything like that. We used to do this in Ninja Gaiden back in the day, we know. But it gives the player a sense of them being good when they're not actually good. It's just like, oh well, I could just spam this move and it's gonna just get me through every bad case scenario. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I would see that I would want to be changed. That is the only thing. Just I would say nerf that, make it so that like if you're gonna do that, either just the startup is invincible or it doesn't give you it doesn't give you the chance to get your defense meter back because it's a little OD. Or if you're gonna have it like that, that's fine. But on the harder difficulties, make it so you can't do that. Make it so like the enemies have a counter to your counter. So if you just do that and the enemy is like not in like a stun state or they didn't lose their what is it called? Shachi meter, their stagger meter, right? Then they should be able to like dodge you and then phantom counter you and attack you, for example. Like you know how a lot of people ain't play Shinobi, so I can't really say that. There was a guy in Shinobi for PS2. He had this quote called "It is useless." Anytime you attack him, he'd be like, "It is useless," and then you get attacked, right? And the reason for that is because you ain't break. You're supposed to go behind him and like attack him and do this kick from behind that makes him stagger, and then you can slash him. If you slash him straight up, he'd be like, "It is useless," and then he's slash you back, right? It's a quick counter. If you give a boss that on a harder difficulty, then it makes it a little fair because it's like, okay, now you can't just spam Phantom Weapon. You could just go in there. You gotta actually like dodge and counter and be able to attack the boss the way it's supposed to attack. AKA they attack you, you block, you do your perfect parry move, or you wait until their attack string is finished and you attack them back. It's always supposed to be like that. That's just always the case. Unless it's like a high speed enemy, sometimes they'll attack and then they'll do like some fancy flash step and dodge away or whatever. But that's the only gripe I have with this game. Everything else, fine. I love it. It's cool. It's great. Day 1, day 0, day -1. You know how I work. I will be playing this game. I know my guy Unball. If you haven't seen his channel, he's the Korean dude that he does a lot of these games that do like perfect parry and stuff. We got the same mindset wavelength where we just like to play these games on like harder difficulties, do perfect parries, try to no damage it, stuff like that. Only reason you ain't see me do that in the Stellar Blade was because of this same scenario, because I don't feel it's right to have a player have to nerf themselves for them to feel like the game is difficult to them. I see a lot of players play Stellar Blade and they're like, I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna not use any burst attacks to fight this boss and then do it with no damage. That's a cool challenge. I support that. But when you really think about it, the harder difficulties, that shouldn't mean anything. You know what I mean? There should always be like something that says the player can't just spam this super move and just win all the time. There's got to be a counter to the counter when it comes to harder difficulties. That's how you make the game more difficult. But I love it. Phantom Blade, let's go. I'm gonna do more reviews. I will say that. I've just been very lazy, honestly. That's the truth. I'm sorry. But I'm gonna definitely do some more reviews for games, just games in general. Just I want to put like a bunch of games on the map that I haven't reviewed yet that I've seen, and I have a long list of them. Trust me when I tell you. But and a blade, that's it. I didn't think this was gonna be 40 minutes, but it is what it is. It is